What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Dinari Nolan, host of Youngbouls Podcast. And before we get started with this brand new Season 3 episode of Youngbouls Podcast, I just want to let you guys know that this episode is sponsored by Legacy Jersey Shops, man. Legacy Jersey Shops. Shout out to my boy Mateo, man. He's doing his thing over there. But Legacy Jersey Shops, if you want a nice quality soccer jersey, make sure y'all go to Legacy Jersey Shops. There's a huge collection of soccer jerseys. More jerseys on the way. Already have mine on the way, Pele jersey. But I'm telling you right now, man, you guys want to go check it out. There's a lot of good things over there. Make sure y'all go to LegacyJerseyShops.com for a complete collection. New drops on the way. It's going to be a mystery box at the end of this month. So make sure you guys continue to stay tuned and lock in with the website. Follow them on IG and show them some love, man, and tell them the YB Pod sent you. So this episode right here is sponsored by Legacy Jersey Shops. Make sure you guys tap in, continue to tap in, and stay locked in with the site. With all that being said, man, enjoy the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dinari Nolan here, host of the Youngbouls Podcast. And before we get started with this episode, I also want to let you guys know to make sure you guys go to YBPod.com, man. YBPod.com. It's everything Youngbouls Podcast all in one place. If you guys want to go check out our past episodes, you guys can go on there. If you guys want to go sign up for the live episode coming in April, you guys can go there too. If you guys are trying to get on an episode and I missed you for some reason, and you guys want to come on an episode, you can fill out the form there. And if you want to stay tuned and stay locked in with everything Youngbouls Podcast, you can fill out the information, be a part of our list, so that when new episodes and new drops or anything comes out, which it will, because we have a lot of good things on the way, you can be tapped in and you can be, notified when things happen. So make sure you guys go to ybpod.com, man. Everything Youngbouls Podcast, all in one place. Enjoy the episode, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bro, Chris Paul has better handles than AI.
Go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Brand new episode here at the Youngbouls Podcast. We're back in full effect. I know it's been a while since I did an episode. I know I said I was going to have one out last week, but we're back this week. That's what matters. That's what matters. Got a special guest today. My classmate, actually. We're in the same media and cultural differences class. We connected through there, but my guy Nashir, man. Nashir, how you been doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me on, Dinari. I'm good, man. Just feeling really blessed. Just excited for some new things coming out, and I'm just glad to be here, man. So thank you.
That's what's up. If you guys don't know Nashir, he had an EP earlier this year, I believe. He had an EP earlier this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Yep.
But yeah, man, he does music. He's been doing this thing with music, grinding with that. He also does streaming on Twitch and stuff like that in his free time. I've been checking some of it out. But yeah, man, first question I got for you is just talk to us about how you got started with making music, man. Like, where did that come from? Because, I know it's different for a lot of people. They have different motivations to get into certain things. So just talk to us about, how you got into your start with music.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I got into my start with music through church. My church here in Philadelphia, West Oak Lane. I was always on the choir. I was never like a soloist, but I was always on the choir. And, my family, they come from like a musical background as well. So it started from there. And then, I normally like write films. Then I kind of just put that together and was like, you know what, I can just write a couple of songs here and there. So that started. Then my dad, he built like a studio.
It's behind you. I think it's
yeah. Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, he's in the back. But like, yeah, I see him. But that's how it started, man. Like my family really got me into the music. My dad is a DJ, so I kind of got that from him, and I wanted to be a producer first before. I wanted to be a producer first before I ever like wanted to like use my voice to sing. Up until one day, I was just like, you know what, I can just, I can sing. I've been on the choir. Let me just use my voice. So, if it wasn't for church and, God, normally I wouldn't have the gift. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of started from there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. So second question I got for you, man. What's been like the most rewarding part about making music? You've obviously been doing this for a minute. What has been like the most rewarding part for you when it comes to just, making music and putting smiles on people's faces?
I think the rewarding part comes from, I would say, the results. You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like nobody sees the work that goes behind it. They think you can just make a hit song and boom. Like, no, you got to go through the mixing, the editing, the just everything. So I think like seeing the fact that like I see people still to this day, like they hear certain songs that's released or unreleased. They're like, "Nah, this is great. This is amazing." And I'm thinking, like, really? Like, what? This is crazy.
Right.
So, like, the rewarding part is just like seeing the results and seeing how people react to it. Like, that's really where it comes from, especially you, because like when we saw you in class, you was like, "Hey, I heard some of your music."
Yeah, man.
I was like,
Yeah,
"How did
man.
you?" I said, "How did you hear
It's like,
it?"
look, I especially say here, like, especially at Temple, it's such a small school. It's big enough where, like, you're going to meet different people every single day,
Yeah.
but it's such a small school in which if you're doing something or, you have one or a couple of people who are, like, doing, a certain thing,
Hmm.
before you know it, like, at least 30 people are going to find out about it before you even tell 3 people about
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah. That's
saw
true.
it like on the story. I forgot whose story I saw it on, but I saw it on somebody's story, and I was like, oh, like wait a minute, that guy looks mad familiar. And then I'm going to class the next day. I'm like, wait a minute, he's in my class. He's been in my class this whole semester.
Wow.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's
So
what's up, man.
yeah, man. So but speaking of just music and just connections and all that stuff, man. Talk to us about this EP, man. Talk to us about the inspiration behind it. Talk to us about just give us the whole rundown about it, man.
Okay, so the title of the EP is called "Miss Me Yet." It was released in, I would say, December. It was December 2020. You was close, but December. I mean, it's still
Gotcha.
new, still
Oh
new.
yeah, got you. For
But
sure, for sure.
December 6th, 2024. So the concept came from like my producers, the infamous Starboys. We were
Mhm.
sitting down one day in the studio, and they were saying like, "Nas, you got enough songs to make an EP. You got to put out like enough, like a love song. You got to put out
Right.
enough songs to make an EP." And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know what I would call it." And they was like, "Well, I mean, why don't you call it Miss Me Yet? Because when you blow up and when you're doing your thing, the girls, they gonna miss you." So I'm
Mm,
like, like, yeah. And
right. Hey,
I was
that's
like,
dope.
that sounds like a good title, but like, not like Miss Me Yet with a with like an exclamation mark, but like probably like a question mark, like Miss Me Yet? Do
Gotcha.
you miss me?
Yeah,
So the whole EP is like a movie. You know what I mean? It's the EP is about this guy, being put in the shoes of like love. He's trying to find love. He gets over somebody, tries to find it. Turns out that person is like, you know what I mean? It's just bad things. You know what I mean? That person played them. They left them. And then towards the end of the EP, he realizes that the only true love that he needs is himself and
mm,
God, which is like the ending gospel song on the EP. So that's really where it came
got you. That's
from.
dope, man. That's actually dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I appreciate it.
Nah, because most people when they usually drop like EPs and stuff like that, there's not really like a story behind it. It's just like they just throw a couple songs here and there.
Right.
But
Yeah. And it's like, oh, here you go.
to see that you have like a theme with your EP and everything like that, and just like the grind and the effort that you've been putting into it, man,
Mhm.
that says a lot, and it pays
Thank
dividends
you.
too. 'Cause I'm assuming a lot of people listen to it and everything like
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
was
man.
great, man. It was the when I dropped it, like it was like, oh shoot, like this is really happening because I've always wanted an EP, and I've dropped other EPs, but it was
Mhm.
only on SoundCloud and YouTube, and at that point, I didn't really have a lot of listeners, so that's why I was just like,
Right,
all
right,
right, I'll just put it up there here and there. I won't take it as serious, but then I feel like once I put it on Spotify, that was the big thing, because that
right.
was like I remember still to this day, I remember going through the it's like a releasing thing called DistroKid. It's how
I've
you
heard of
release your
that.
yeah, you heard of it? It's how you release your music for those who don't know. But we were going through it and I sent my producer like all seven or eight of the songs and we were going through the list and he was like, all right, what you want this to say, what you want that to say, like titling the tracks and things like that and getting it ready for like streaming platforms is amazing. Like I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be everywhere. Like my first EP is gonna be everywhere. So
Dope,
it's
man.
it's it's, it's really a fun process, man.
It's what's up.
Really fun.
All right. So when it comes to like music, obviously you said that like it's been rewarding, been able to
Hmm.
experience a lot with it.
Yeah.
What is one thing that you haven't done yet with your music career? Haven't done yet. What is one thing that you're wishing to do? Like, which you're like, I guess like, who do you want to collab with? Like, who is
Mm.
your dream collab, man? Because I know like there's
Mm.
a lot of people who have like certain ideas of who they emulate when they do their singing and their songwriting and everything like that.
Mm.
So, who is one person that you really want to collab with in the future? And follow-up question to that is, I guess, what do you want your legacy to be when it's all said and done with this whole music thing?
Okay, good. So
Sorry,
the first question. No,
it's-
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. So I would say that the first thing, for people who know me, they know I love Justin Timberlake. I love JT. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like Justin
never go wrong.
Timberlake,
Like, you never
but
can go
like
wrong.
man, man, that's really somebody I look up to. That's one of the people I look up to. So I hope to do a collab with him in the future. That would be like a dream collab because him plus Pharrell plus Timberland is like
Hmm.
that's a cheat code right there. So I'm like, yo, like I gotta do a song with that. Yeah, like literally, I would say like that's where some of the EP is inspired from, like his work, other people's works. You know what I mean, for inspiration. And as far as like legacy, I would say like my legacy would consist of like just putting like making my mark in this world. Like that's what I want to do. Like whether it's music, streaming, or acting, writing, like doing different things. I want to get like, my feet wet in almost everything as far as like being versatile. So it's kind of like with my legacy, I would want to leave off a positive impact into the world and make people happy. When they see my face, I want them to be like, "Oh, Nasir, hey," like that smile. You know what I mean? Like something like that, man. So that's what I want my legacy to be.
Feel that because like even with this podcast and everything like that, like I started it as like something to be like, it could be a little cool, it could be like, something fun to do. But like the
Hmm.
more and more that I've continued like make episodes and connect with people and meet people and stuff like that, it's been more than rewarding. And even just
Yeah.
like meeting you and stuff like that, man, it's just been dope to do and dope to
Yeah.
see other people in like the same community as me, just
Hmm.
finding ways to make their mark. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Really.
yeah. So I think it's really dope. I think it's really dope.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any more questions I
Hmm.
got for it.
Oh yeah. No, it's good.
I feel like you got. I feel like you punched on all the questions that I had.
No, it's all good. I mean, well, first things first, I would say like the features, the features on the EP
mhm.
would consist of the infamous Star Boys, Star Boys, the infamous Star Boys.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have Bebo Sanguine, who's an artist. He went to Temple. We got Kazi, that's the homie Kazi.
Got you.
And we have let's say Chris, Adia. Like we have different like in between songs, we have skits in between songs. Like it's a movie. So we have like those skits in between songs. And then we also have Sekou Malik, and the one that's my favorite, still to this
Mhm.
day. The one that's my favorite is the one with Corey. We have Corey on the tape.
Yeah, I had her. I had her on an episode. I had her on an
Oh
episode.
yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That one got the most plays out of all the song because people didn't know that she could sing. Like a lot of people didn't know that. So when I was like, "Hey, you got a voice, you have talent, you have a gift. Let's put you on the song. Let's put you on the song."
That's
And
dope.
and she wanted to be on the song, at first before I released it by myself. And I was like, let's get you on the EP version.
That's
So
dope.
shout out to them, man. Shout out to them, and
Shout out
just
to the features. Shout out to the features for real, man.
yeah, because without them, I wouldn't have the EP, and I wouldn't have like the idea from it and the skits and them being so down to be a part. Like even though everybody has like busy schedules, everybody just made time to put into each track for the EP. So I'm really thankful and blessed for that.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
man.
All right. Next question. Next question, man. I got for you. So what's
Okay.
next, man? So what's next? Obviously, you had
Oh
the
man.
EP.
Mhm.
Obviously, you had Miss Me Yet.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, the EP and everything. What's next for
Mhm.
you, man?
What's
What's
next for
next?
me? Okay, I'll tell you what's next. So what's next for me is I'm making a follow up to the Miss Mia EP.
All
It's a little different. It's a little different.
right, got you, got you.
It's still the R&B love vibes, but the songs are kind of just like different. It's kind of like a moody R&B type thing.
Got you.
And I'm getting back into film writing. I just finished up writing a script back in January, so I'm going to focus on doing more like short films because I put one
All
out. I put one out last year in July, and then in March of that same year of 2024. So that's what's next for me, just filming music and streaming as well. 'Cause I want to take streaming a little serious too. Like I see
right.
the positive outcomes that come out of it. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just do that. So music, films, and streaming. That's what's next.
And also too, like, you said that you're doing the EP and everything, but also too, I don't know if you know, but in April, like sometime like either like April 12th or something like that, we're trying to do like this live episode, trying to get people to come out and
Oh, I
perform.
saw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, if you wanted to come out and perform a couple of songs, you more
Yeah,
than welcome to. But I feel like
I would love to.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't just give you the
Yeah,
invite.
right, 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 right. You're right. No, no, I would
So,
love to, man. Thank you, thank you. I
no
would love
problem,
to.
no problem, bro. No problem, bro. No problem. And you got any questions, man? You got any questions about,
Hey, man. I funny because it's like I don't. It's like I just like I woke up one day and like now we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really good to see that like we're in the same class and it's
for
like
sure?
I'm like who? I'm like D Nolan. He watches my story all the time. He likes my stuff. Who is that? How do I know? I'm like it's either from a BSU performance or something. But then when you like the way you greeted me and came up to me was like it felt like you knew me for a while. 'Cause he was like, "Yo, what's up, Nasir?" And I was like, "Oh," I said, so like just letting you know that I'm really proud of you for what you got going on with the podcast.
No
I've seen
problem.
you promote it I've seen you promote it a bunch of times, and I'm like,
That's love for
yo,
me.
like you kind of changed my perspective because I thought it was gonna be like a in person thing. Like earlier,
Oh,
remember, like that's what I thought because
yeah,
you was
yeah,
like you were like, yeah, you won't have to trip about it. You just gotta do the voice thing, and I was like, okay, okay. So
yeah.
I'm really proud that you had this going, man. And one advice, like pieces of advice I have for you is like never let anybody like steer you the wrong way with I guess the EP. I'm like, damn, you been singing, but like no, never let anybody steer you the wrong way with your podcast, man, because you have something good going on. Like now you could take like people's advice and opinions, but remember it's all about what you want to do. Because throughout this journey of like me making content, music and film, and like I've had people in my ear saying like, oh, you won't be successful at this, or you won't be successful at streaming. Like you're not a gamer, you can't stream, you can't do that. A lot of people told me that, and it was people that was close to me. You know what I'm saying? It was people that were close to me. So, and unfortunately, I listened to them at one point. I did, and I stopped doing it up until I saw the results. I started getting like uh 1K subscribers on YouTube. I saw the results, and
Right.
then I was like, yo, I really got to do this. So never listen to what anybody is telling you. If they're saying that you can't do something, like always know in your heart and your mind that you can. So I would tell you that, man, because there's people out here that's just envious and jealous. And I'm really happy for you, man. I'm proud of you. Like a lot of people say, like I should do a podcast, like my own, but I feel like it's just a lot. I can't do it. I just too many things I'm doing.
I'm
But
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Full disclosure here.
mm,
I've been trying to like do this thing since like freshman year. Freshman year,
wow.
freshman year I started because I was doing podcasting back in my high school and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I was like playing around with it. I was like, yeah, there's no way this thing is gonna last. So
Uh,
when I came in freshman year, I started with this. I tried to build it up, and then I stopped completely because I was like, this isn't really going anywhere. So
mm,
then like I learned how to like edit and like make little TikTok clips and then do stuff like that. And then I was like, you
mm-hmm.
know what? Maybe I can do something with this. And then I just kept going and just, kept staying true to it and just making sure that whatever I put out is the best version of the
Yeah,
podcast it can be. Because at the end of the day, like, I can put out as much as I want to, but if no one's checking it out and it's just like the same people every single time, that's not going to really, I mean, it's good, but at the same time, you want to see growth. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You
Like,
want to, yeah, right,
want
right.
to like see growth and stuff like that. So to even
Mm-hmm.
be in a position where, we had I'm doing a live episode and stuff like that. I was able to be on the radio earlier this, year and everything
Okay.
like that, which is cool.
Yeah.
Finally starting to get merch and stuff too. That's on the way. That's a
Oh,
whole different thing.
hey.
But no, man, it's just it feels good, man. I'm proud of the work that I put in, but for you, man, I'm not gonna really give you advice on any of the singing stuff, man, because I'm no critic.
I mean, hey,
So
you
whatever
can if
you're
you
doing,
want. You can if you
no, no,
want.
no,
Like,
no,
let's do it.
no,
Like,
no. That's you. But for you, man, I would just say just keep going, man. Don't stop because apparently you have something good going. You've been putting in the work so far. I feel like it would just be bad judgment at this point if you just stopped and just missed out on so much that you could possibly do. Because, mind you, I'm not checking out your page every single day, but from what I have been seeing, it's been a lot of work and care that's been put into it. And you don't just get to where you're at without, sacrificing
mm-hmm,
and just putting in countless hours of work. If
mm-hmm,
you didn't wake up in the morning ready to find a way to make your music and whatever you're trying to do the best it can be, that's a waste of a day. You get what I'm saying? It's nothing, and it's nothing wrong with taking a break what you're doing because
yeah,
breaks are necessary.
right.
Breaks are necessary. You're it's gonna be a time where you want to put this stuff down. That's totally fine. But if you don't go back to it and you just have that stuff just sitting there, you're just missing out on possible things that you could be doing with it. In the so
Right.
you're not here, man. Just keep going because you got
Thanks,
something.
man. Thanks, man.
No
You got
problem.
something too, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Hey, like that, we got something. As
Hey,
black as African Americans, we got something
of
going. Like
course,
we
of
got
course.
something going, man. Like, and I also want to say this to you too because I've dealt with this and I had to learn. But like, even if you like put up content and like, and this could be for people that are listening or people that's watching, right?
Oh yeah,
I would
yes.
tell you guys like, yeah, I speak to the audience. Yeah, so for the audience, I would say like, if you're a content creator or artist or whatever you do to promote your content, if you like put it up and let's say if you're seeing like only one like, two like, three likes, so what? Keep it
Right,
up because somebody's gonna like it. It all matters if you like it. You know what I mean? Like you're not
right,
on anybody else's time. You're on your time. So
right,
there were times where like this is like before when I first started back in like 2020. Whenever I would put up videos that weren't doing so well, I would just delete them. But then I'm like, you know what? I made this video. I put in the work for this video. What am I doing? I'm like, you know
Right.
what? I just keep it up there. Like people gonna like it later. The algorithm is gonna unshadow ban me. Like it's gonna be cool. Like it's just content. It's just all social media at the end of the day. So I would just say same thing like Denario told me. I'm telling you, just keep going. Keep going.
And
You never know.
also too, like even with like the views and the likes and stuff, it's all subjective. You could have 3 likes, but you could probably have at least 400 impressions and stuff just from people just seeing it, and not just
Right.
scrolling.
Right.
So
It's free views.
don't even get caught up in that whole thing. And really, like not all publicity is good publicity.
Yes.
Yeah, but literally, like if people interact with it and they say it's bad, that's still a comment that they're acknowledging what you're doing. So don't even trip about it. Just keep going and just keep putting the work. And I guess my advice is, since you're giving out free game,
Okay.
my advice is, man, it's just like, to everybody out there who's like doing podcasting, who's wanting to start something like this, just go ahead and do it. That's half the battle. I mean, I feel like with, Nashir, correct me if I'm wrong here, but when you first started doing music and stuff like that, I feel like there were some doubts in your head, like, oh, I don't know if, I don't know if I want to continue to do this. But putting, your mind and your energies towards what you're trying to do, that's half the battle. So I just feel like you just, keep going, and just until you can't give it any more that you possibly can give it, just keep going with what you got, and just
keep going.
See where it can take you, man, for real.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. They take that advice.
Yeah.
That advice, and I'm gonna take that one too, man, because it's always good to take that advice, because sometimes you need to be reminded about how great and how powerful you are, like deep down inside. Like you got the gift, man. Like just keep doing it. Just keep going. Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
another way to think about it is this: if you stop, you never know what you're missing out on.
yeah, you never know.
You really never know. Like, there could be somebody right now who's probably thinking about starting something that could change the world. And because he decided to put it away and not give any more thought to it,
it's going to waste. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with it. But so, just if you got something good going for yourself, keep going. And if you haven't started or found anything good, start brainstorming, start thinking, and start finding ways to just change the world, man, through your gift, through your creativity and stuff like that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But Nasir, I'm not going to keep you long, man. This has been dope. This has been a dope interview, man.
Yeah, really,
Nasir, tell me your IG. Tell them about the EP, so we make sure that, give you the proper gusto before you leave and everything like that, man.
Okay. So for those who want to check out my content or my music, it's at NVHSIR. The A is flipped to a V, so it's NVHSIR. And for those who are in the gaming community who want to check out my Twitch, it's at NVHSIR. And make sure to, stream Miss Me Yet EP. It's out now on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. I would say Pandora, like just any streaming service. You know what I mean? And make sure to check out, Denario's podcast as well. Can't forget that.
Nah, for real. And, follow us. Yeah, follow us at YB Pod, man. We got some major announcements coming this week. It's not gonna be the only episode that drops this week. We got another interview coming Thursday. Yeah. And we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program for the live episodes and stuff like that. But, so thank you for tuning in to you guys to the interview special. Nasir, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you.
Before we go, this episode is presented by Legacy Jersey Shops, one-stop shop for everything soccer jersey related. If you like a good soccer jersey, Legacy Jersey Shop is your shop. And also sponsored by YBPod.com. Everything Youngbouls Podcast all in one place. Make sure you guys go check out the site. We're going to have a major facelift to the site coming soon. So you guys go check it out, man. But without further ado, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace, man. Peace. We out.
Peace.